Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatabia Wa'ala coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And I got a quick lesson today. Lord's will is edifying, but basically, a brother had sent me these articles, and it shows how close we are to the MOTB being implemented, and you hear a lot of stuff going on about these digital IDs. Well, the elites have a plan, and this is the beginning stages. I shouldn't even say beginning. This is this is the part of the end stages now. But I have this article here. I have a couple precepts, and then I have this PDF that I downloaded that a brother had sent me, and I'm gonna get a couple pages, but it just outlines what their plans are, and the elites like to do their left hand, warnings, prophesying, whatever you want to call them, but basically they just tell you what they're trying to do, their plans. But I'm gonna read this first. This is from Toronto News, and it says Ontario prepares to launch digital ID program, and here's how it works. Ontario is preparing to launch a digital identification program in the coming months, meaning people will no longer need to carry a physical driver's license or health card. According to the government, Ontario's digital identification program is scheduled to launch in late 2021. On Wednesday, the province unveiled more information about the program, saying it will be a convenient and easy identification solutions for Ontarians. And see, this is a big, what do they call it? It's a major word that they use to try and sell it, and that's convenience. Everybody wants that. Brothers go into it. Everybody wants that. That instant gratification. Now, when you see that it's convenient, a lot of people are going to buy into it. Now it says, how does it work? Ontarians will be able to have an electronic version of their trusted government ID, like driver's license and health cards, which the government says is more safe and secure. And another thing, it's not only is it convenient, but it's more safe and secure. Your ID will be stored in a digital wallet app, which will be available for download onto smartphones and other devices like tablets and laptops. Now, this is the beginning stages. Just like how dollars, gold and silver changed to dollars and coins. Dollars and coins changed to, credit cards. Now, credit cards, you have Apple Pay, Android Pay, Cash App, smartphones. This is the beginning, and then it's going to lead to what? The MOTB, which is the RFID microchip. And we're going to show it. It says the digital ID will allow people and businesses to prove who they are both online and in person. According to the government, and it's, like an ID is not good enough. They need a digital now. It says, according to the government, the digital ID will offer more privacy to users. Another thing, privacy. So it's safe, secure, convenient, and private, which is far from the case because somebody's going to know all this information. It says, for example, if you need to show you are age of majority, the verifier will only know you are over 18, not your date of birth or actual age, the government says. The digital ID is not stored in a central database and is only saved on your own personal mobile device, which can be turned off remotely if stolen. And this is what they say, but hey, the scriptures say what? Never trust thine enemy. The government says digital ID is not a tracking device and it will not keep track of where you've used your ID. It says where you can use it. Making an age-sensitive purchase like a lottery ticket, picking up a package, applying for government assistance, access for, V records, open a bank account, make a medical appointment, visit a doctor, access medical records, renew, replace, or get a driver's license, apply for a new health card, renew, replace a license plate sticker. As a business, the digital ID can be used for hiring new employees, proving business identity, or verifying those of other businesses, opening business accounts, applying for loans, grants, tax credits, verifying customers' identity. And then it tells you how to get it. But see, we can see the direction that they're going. And this is Canada, but, I'm going to grab this. This is the World Economic Forum. And when you listen to that dude, Klaus Schwab, what's his name, Schwab, he tells you that he has his people infiltrating all over all these major cabinets and governments across the world. He's rubbing elbows with all the major governments. So and this is the beast. The beast is NATO and the EU, with America being the head. And this is what's coming. It's not just coming to Canada. It's coming to the whole world. And let me just get let me read this real quick. I just want to get straight to the point, and then I'll grab these precepts. But see, this, like I said, this is a PDF one of the brothers sent me, and it's an insight report dated February 2022, and it's the World Economic Forum. Now, Lord's will, I'll leave this link in the description. It's a PDF file. But I wanted to get to this point in page 22, which they're telling you everything about the digital IDs. Let me start from here. This is digital identity. It says a digital ID is the electronic equivalent of an individual's identity card. It is a way to provide verified personally identifying information of an individual for a software to read and process. Both online and offline environments can adopt digital identity, and it can also act as a key by storing and deploying permission. It says, carefully designed and properly managed digital ID can also enhance privacy protection and reduce the rise of identity fraud, since each time only minimum information is needed for authentication for the specific purpose. Some of the biometric-based digital ID systems have already been adopted in financial transactions and for a cash-free shopping experience. Now I'm going to jump down to here. See, it tells you everything that it can do. Healthcare, financial services, food sustainability. Basically, the digital identity can be used to access all these different caveats, all these different, forms of your daily life, telecommunications, e-government, social platforms. So you can see where this is heading. This is part of that MOTB system, and then you're going to have the actual MOTB, which all this is going to be stored on the MOTB. And like I said, right now it's credit cards or smartphones, certain apps, but ultimately we're going to get the end goal, which is the RFID microchip. Now, this is their goal. It says now, evolution, future. Digital ID, consent, traditional intermediaries, and user consent. Example, web browsers, apps, mobile devices. Now, see, this is how they're getting you conditioned. Every time you consent on online services, you always see that little thing, accept, consent. And it tells you, the characteristics. Now, the evolution. It says shift control to user, personal data stores, on-device data storage, and more advanced data intermediaries. Example, smart devices, agents. And it shows you all the little different things they can. But this is the point I wanted to get. This is the future. This is what they have. This is their end goal. Agency, next level of data intermediaries embedded in body, devices, homes, cities, etc. Now, we're already at this point. You have what's called Alexa. You have all these Wi-Fi. Everything's connected to the 5G. You have all this infrastructure being put into place. All these different cities are going digital. Like we just read, Canada's going the digital ID. But see, this is what we wanted to get. Embedded in body. This is their future plan. And this is the like I said, this is the World Economic Forum's Insight Report. So you can see where everything is headed, It says, once again, it's on page 23, Advancing Digital Agency. And it's the future, embedded in body. Now, what is this? This is all scriptural. This is all scriptural. This is Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great. And who is the he? The beast, which is NATO and the EU, headed by America. America is comprised of NATO. It says, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now the point is what? He's causeth all. So the whole world is going to be caused, whether you're rich, poor, free, bond, to receive a mark in your right hand or in your forehead. Now we read it. They wanted to embed it in your bodies. Now let's get the understanding. When you go into the word mark, and it's going to be anywhere in your body, but you go to mark, the root word, the word for mark is charagma, which is a stamp, an imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand is the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, which is, there's many Antichrists. It says the mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. So thing carved, you have to understand, embedded in your body. What can be embedded in your body? RFID microchip. With what? What is it called? That piercing needle that goes underneath your skin, and that's the carved. Now you go to the root word, which is the same as karax, a stake or palisade, or rampart. And when you look up palisade, it's or stake, it's something to a point, just like the needle that implants the chip. Now here is where you want to go to get for all this information, the digital ID. You go to the root word, same as this, which is grapho. Now, to write with reference to the form of letters, to delineate letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material, to write with the reference of contents of the writing, to express in written. It says to commit, use of those things, stand written in the sacred book. This is the point right here. To write to one, i.e. by writing in a written epistle, to give information, directions, to fill with writing, to draw up in writing, compose. Now that's the point. Now this whole digital ID, which is, yes, it's going to be implemented in that MOTB, which is the RFID microchip. It's going to be put it in your hand or anywhere in your body by a palisade or a stake, which is that needle, which we already read. This is their aim, embedded in the body. What do you think embedded in the body means? Now, grapho is all that information that's stored on the chip. So it's implanted, it's carved, it's a thing carved into your skin, into your body by way of a palisade or a stake, which is the needle, and it's going to be comprised of information, writing to give information or directions, and that information, like we've been reading, is this whole digital ID. And what does that do? This gives, even though that Esau Edom's trying to tell you that he's not, it's all privacy, that's far from the truth. He wants to know everything about you. He wants full control. And what do we just so happen to see happening in Ontario with these trucker strikes? You're seeing how if you don't agree with the certain things that you do or that they do, what will they do? They'll shut down a bank account. They won't let you access your bank. They won't let you access your health record. They won't let you access, certain daily activities. And this is what it says in Revelations, the 13th chapter. It says, let me read it again. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So this whole, digital ID type thing, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy or sell, which is, one of the, basic things, necessities you need to survive here, is to be able to what? Buy food. If you have a business, you able to sell, to make money, to pay for things. But this is the power that he has. This is the power that he's going to implement in that mark to where he can shut your ability to buy and sell off. You know? This is where everything is heading with all this digital ID. And we see what their main goal is to embed in the body, which is all biblical prophecy. You know? Real quick, Revelations 14, because this is what happens when you take it. This is Revelations 14 and 11. Or verse 9. It says, "Doom for worshippers of the beast. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image," so if you worship this man, if you worship the beast in this image, everything that he's trying to push, and you receive his mark, and you receive that, that digital ID, whatever you want to call it, that's embedded or that's put in the MOTB, which is that RFID microchip. It says, if any man receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, unto the cup of his indignation, which is righteous hatred, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy lambs, in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. So in the presence of Yahushua coming back, hey, you're going to be thermonuclear food. You know? This is what happens if you take that mark. And this is the warning. Hey, they're outright telling you, and this is all matching up with biblical prophecy. You know? This isn't some conspiracy theory. This is actually happening. You know? Revelations of 12 and 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Now this is, the Lord telling us, hey, this might seem far-fetched, this might seem like a conspiracy, but this man literally knows he has but a short time, so he's going to come with it. This says his future plan, but hey, he's running out of time. So he has to implement this faster than he wants to. And he's going to do it by being a devil, by being a demon, by being that the murderous man that he is. And he's going to come down with that wrath. But so be it. The Lord already told us exactly what was going to happen. And he told us that he was going to keep us. If we are sincere, we keep our integrity and we don't bow down, hey, we already know. We see the Lord has given us the eyesight. He's given us the vision to see that this is coming. Tawadi Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Now, there's no excuse. There's no excuse when this man implements it and you take it. We see how much people failed the first test, which was that, the yabba dabba do, But now the ultimate test is coming. And it's called the hour of temptation. Because, hey, your faith is really going to be tried. But, if you're of the elect, in the Lord's will, we're of the elect, hey, the elect aren't going to be deceived. The elect aren't going to falter. The elect are going to stay true to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and not take this mark. This is Revelations 3 and 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience," and that's what we're doing. And patience means to suffer. We're going through the trials and tribulations, the chastisement we're going through now because we believe. And then also in that time to come, we're not going to take it. So we're going to be persecuted. We're not getting down with this man's system. So you have to understand that persecution is coming. But so be it. Because what does it say? "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." And he'll keep us from that hour. He'll keep us from taking that chip. Scriptures say, "My servants shall eat." So if you're in a situation where you need to eat, he'll give us food. He also says he'll lift up the standard. So if we're in a situation where Esau tries to come down, hey, that spiritual power is coming. It says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." And hey, Yahushua is right around the corner. Literally, we're seeing end time prophecy right before our eyes. This is their plan. And this isn't a far out future, date. This isn't like 2060. You know, at most, this is what, like their 2030 agenda. But like I read in Revelations, the 12th chapter, they have to make this sooner because they don't have much time. And what are we in? We're already in 2022. You know? So this is their plan. This is like I said, this was what I was mentioning before. This is their elite's little left-hand prophesying, or their, you know, their predictive program, whatever you want to call it. This is how they push out their agenda, you know, on the sly. But hey, nonetheless, you know, what does the scripture say? If it were at possible, they would deceive the elect, but it's not possible. You know, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. This is literally he's telling us what we already know, because Yahweh Shem Shai already warned us. You know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Lord's will, this was edifying. Like I said, hey, you know, we're witnessing prophecy, you know, right before our very eyes. And actually, let me just get that real quick in Habakkuk 2, straight to the point. Verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." And what are the visions? They're prophecies. "But at the end it shall speak." And we're seeing it. Literally, we're seeing it speak before our very eyes. This is a faith booster. "But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry." And all we got to do is wait. That's that patience, because we kept the word of the patience. You know, the scriptures say in our patience we possess our souls. You know, yes, we got to wait. But see, we see things like this and we understand, hey, we don't have too much longer. Literally, they're telling you exactly what they're going to do. And these motherfuckers are the ones that, you know, have the control to do it. You know? This is all the design by the elites. You know? And they just, you know, they try and make it look like it's so advanced technology and all that. But, hey, ultimately it's playing into the hands of the Heavenly Father. You know? And this is prophecy. We're at the end of this thing. You know, Lord's will, this was edifying. Once again, call Halayim Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and Ababa Ball.